paths. Okay, we're gonna be doing a little update. This is gonna be the part 2 from yesterday's live. Okay. Uh, so continuing about like the dark truth about relationships. So yesterday we were talking about, can I get some space, bro? Like I need some space. I'm trying to get out of this parking spot. Boy, oh boy, oh my god. Hang on, guys. Okay, let's get straight into the video right now. Okay. Yesterday I talked about how the masculine has to respect the feminine to actually cause their Taurus field to raise up to attract the right woman, and the woman has to respect the masculine in order for her to like raise her Taurus field and to attract the man of her dreams. Okay. Now, this does not mean in any shape, way, or sense that you become a pushover. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about you becoming a pushover. What we're talking about in this relationship aspect is that you respect both energies, okay? No matter how bad. Okay, I want you guys to understand something. We live in the dark ages right now. So we live in an age of like perpetual, and that's just me being honest, okay? A lot of tyranny, a lot of deception, a lot of shit is going on in the world, right? But this is all just a test. It's all a test to check your strength. And that, see, the thing with this matrix is that a lot of us lose that memory. We lose that memory of who we are. And that's the most, like, honestly, it's one of the most important things. But, like, at the same time, it's a blessing that we forget who we, like, our past lives and everything. Now, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've started to remember. Hey, thank you so much, Karen. I've started to remember my past lives. Okay. Uh, and this is something I want to talk about. I want to make like a separate video on this, or I might just speak about it over here. In one of my lives, I was a black guy from Chicago. That's what I feel. In one of them, I was a white guy from upstate New York. Okay. And one of my lives, I was a Japanese man. Okay, it's weird because I have like this love for Japan. And in honestly speaking, I might disclose some of this information in my other videos, but believe it or not, you don't just live this one life and it's over. It's literally not like that, okay? It's literally not like that. Getting back to the relationship aspect, okay? Guys, me talking to you yesterday about respecting the feminine energy and respecting the masculine energy does not mean you're a pushover. It does not mean you take you take people that are being disrespectful to you. That's not what it means. What it simply means, okay? What it simply means is that you respect these two energies because these two energies are founded within you, okay? There's no denying that. Hang on, I'm gonna have to park somewhere. Let me just park and enjoy the sun. Oh my god, the sun is out right now and it's so beautiful. I'm so grateful to have the sun, okay? This is what I mean, guys. Let me explain a little more in detail so you guys grasp it, okay? Let me tell you. Now, if I'm a man, right? If I'm a man right here and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm having a chat with the boys, okay? I'm having a chat with the boys and the boys are like, dude, girls nowadays are like X, Y, and Z. Women nowadays, you can't trust them. Women nowadays are like this. Now, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're putting a spell on yourself. Same with women. Same with women. If you're a lady, right? If you're a lady and you go, and see, this is why like the smartest woman, they'll listen to you, but they'll use analytical thinking, especially spiritual women, right? Good morning, everyone. Hey, Isabel. They'll listen to you, okay? So if you're a lady and you go and you sit with your girls and the girls are like, girl, you ain't got to talk to them, like, whatever, like, whatever, like, girls like, oh, you can do better, you can do this, you can do that, or like, you have to, whatever, like, punch him to the face, girl. You have your rights. Like you know, anything. It could be anything. If you have resentment, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people do. Okay, a lot of people have resentment towards the opposite gender right now. But what they fail to remember is that you have those same qualities in you. If you are a woman, you have masculine in you. It's the yin and the yang. If you're a man, you have feminine energies in you. It's the yin and the yang. That's what I mean. This is why I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is why it's so important to remember who you are. Okay? This is why it's so important to remember you are and where you come from. Okay? Now, honestly, I'm going to tell you something right now. All your galactic DNA, and this is very esoteric information, and I'm going to be dropping some very great truths in this live. All of your past life memories, Akashic records, everything is encoded in your DNA. It's encoded in your blood. Why do you think they wanted you guys to take this? Do you think they actually care about you guys? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Do you think these people actually care about you? No. Michael Jackson said in a song, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Now, whatever perception you have about Michael Jackson, you think he wasn't speaking the truth there? He totally was. When I tell you that they don't care about you, I want you to know they don't care about you. They don't want you to know esoteric information. And I'm telling you, all of your memories, who you are, you're not, where you're from is especially if you're an 11 life path. Let me tell you, 11s. It's not an accident that you were born on the 11th or your date of birth, month, and year adds up to 11, 29, 38, or 47. It was not an accident. Okay? Greetings from Greece. Man, you know how bad I want to visit Greece and some parts of Europe like Italy? Hey bro, have you any tips for a life path 8, birth number 2? Yeah, just focus. You have, so let me tell you about life path. Okay, I believe from 1 to 9, the most spiritual life path is 7, straight up. And I feel like, you know how people are like, oh, you have to go from 1 to 9. It's not exactly 1 to 9, but you have to go through like certain numbers to get to the master numbers, right? 8 life path, I think it's the second number that's going to come after 7. After 7, you're becoming an 11. That's how I feel. Or you could go to, like, I feel like you could even go to 33. But to be very honest, with 8 life path, you have to focus a lot on your karma. You have to focus a lot on your karma. And if your birth number is 2, you have more feminine energy in you. Okay? 18 for, okay, I never thought about MJ's subliminal messages. Guys, I'm telling you guys, like, when I tell you that these people are working day and fucking night, pardon my French, guys, pardon my French. I don't want to, honestly, I want to stop swearing too much. I want to stop swearing. Like, I have nothing against people that swear. I have nothing against it. But when you say the word fuck, if you use it in the opposite way, it spells cuff. It spells cuff. You see what I mean here? The whole English language is filled with spellings. This is why I'm very even careful to tell you guys something. Another thing is about spell casting, okay? If someone tells you that you can't do it, if someone tells you this, okay? If someone tells you this, you need to have the last word on that person, and you have to verbally say it with your words. I can do it. You have, these are spells. A lot of people don't understand. People are putting spells on you every day, every night. People are, just by talking to you, people are putting spells on you. This is why when someone, even like if it's a family member, no matter who it is, if someone tells you you're not this, you're not that, and if it's something that doesn't align to your truth, you have to speak it. You have to speak. And this is me being honest with you. Okay? And George Orwell, guys, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be honest, okay? I'm gonna tell you guys something. If you have not started looking for a farmland right now, I want you to pay close attention to what I'm saying. If you have not started looking for farmland and finding place out of smart cities right now, I'm telling you right now, here's how I feel. Here's how I feel, okay? I feel like we have until 2030 at max. 2030 at max. At max, and I mean it. I'm being honest. And that's me being generous. That's me being that's me being very generous. I think 2030 at max the time we have. If you're not starting to grind, hustle, and starting to look for properties that are outside of these major cities, if you're not looking for self-sustainable farming with solar panels, if you're not looking into that right now, you could be in trouble. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. These cities right now, the way they're designed, thanks, I'm an old 11, found my 11 when I was 66 expression. I'm an old 11. Found my life path when I was 66. Oh, 66 is young. 66 is young. Full-time RV, I'm a farmer. Arsalan, is it true that if I add every letter of my name, it holds you? 100%, 100%. That's your destiny. That's your that's your destiny energy. Um, but I'm gonna be very honest. The times that we live in, all my people, listen to this. Learning how to grow some crops, learning how to farm, learning how to actually cattle. All these things are going to be vitally important right now. Now, I'm going to get back into I'm going to touch on the relationship aspect. When I was speaking yesterday, a lot of people think that I'm just like, oh, like, no, no, no. What I was talking about yesterday, I'm not telling you to be a doormat. That's not what I'm telling you to be. You should, every person, you know, stand for what you believe in or what you know, okay? Stand for what you know. Okay, whether it's a woman or a man, whoever disrespects you, you're standing up for yourself. That's not what I'm saying. That's what I am saying. But what I'm not trying to tell you, what I'm trying to tell you over here is to respect the opposite gender. Learn the law of Hermeticism. Learn the law of Kabbalion. Read the Kabbalion. Okay, read the Kabbalion. What does it say in the Kabbalion? Law of gender. I'm telling you honestly, when I started respecting the feminine, women love me. The ladies love me. I have ladies from all backgrounds, cultures, you know, that message me, that love me, and that respect me. I don't know where all this advice that you're getting from the red pill community of disrespecting women, of being harsh to women, of showing them like attitude. I'm telling you, it's coming from a weak point of view. I'm being honest with you guys. Okay. Yes, get that feeling 5 years ago. Jeannie, you are young. If you're around 63, and the reason why, I know it might sound very weird to you guys, but they have programmed us to even believe in age. They have programmed y'all. They have told you lies over lies. They make you do these birthdays for a reason. It's a ritual. They put a cake, they put candles, they shut the lights off because it's a ritual. It's a ritual. They want you to celebrate these days so you acknowledge to yourself that you're aging. I'm being honest. You decide if you want to age or not. I'm being honest. And see, the thing is that the vast majority of people believe they fall into this trap of aging. If you humbly decided right now, okay, if you're like, no, I'm young. I know an 11 life path girl. I know some people, literally, they're 45-year-old people looking like they're in their mid 20s. You know what the girl told me? She doesn't even believe in aging. She looks young. Yes, I feel. We live in a world full of darkness. That's why people have to pray. Life is spiritual. Words cast spells. You create your own reality. I'm probably gonna overdose. Overdose on what? Overdose on what? Is that like an 11 life path talk right now? Or no overdose? Oh God. Life is very spiritual. Life is a very, this whole thing, like we're all living, honestly, we're all living in a holographic universe. We're all living. Do you think nofap helps you not age as much? Okay, let's talk a little bit about nofap right now. And I'm being honest, guys. This, if you as men and women understand, if you guys understand that all this energy around you is sexual energy. Sexual energy is the most potent energy in the world. Okay? I want you to understand, sexual energy is the most potent energy in the world. Okay? We live in a extremely hypersexualized society right now. Extreme hypersexualization. Almost everything has become hypersexualized, perverted, and and because it's got to that point, it's got to that extreme point right now. A lot of people, the ancients knew that your seed keeps you young. Your seed keeps you young. You as a man, I'm telling you right now, if you can learn how to do semen retention, and as a woman, if you could just learn how to stay celibate for periods of time, right? Complete celibacy. Practicing pranayama, going into nature. If you can do these things, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be so hard for you to actually age. People should not let the system get to their head. Okay, right. I celebrate a year younger. Wait, sorry. I have to. Also mentally weak. What do you mean mentally weak? Thanks for being vulnerable, by the way. Like, I'm here to hear you guys out. Anyone that chooses to be vulnerable, just know you're just showing strength. You're just showing strength, okay? Um, People should not let the system get to their head. Right? I celebrate a year younger and December 31st. Darn right, I count each day. Yeah, Karen. That's what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. We're not here to age. We're here to get younger. We're here to age like wine. We're here to enjoy the fruits of our labor. We're here to be free. Freedom is our natural right. We came here as free beings, okay? You declare your sovereignty and you work towards providing impact to humanity, and you are free. You are a sovereign being. No one can enshackle you. No one can enslave you. The law of mentalism from the Kabbalion, everything is mental. Everything in this universe is mental. And that's, if you could understand, and the reason why I stress this point so much right now, is because if you can truly understand that we live in a mental universe, you can start receiving codes. Kundalini energy, bro. Honestly, the Kundalini energy is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about that. I gotta start making those videos again. I'm gonna be honest. People should not let the system get to their head. 100%. 100. Honestly, here's what I say. See, in this matrix, the system's everywhere. No matter where you go, like I think Morpheus said, right? And I'm gonna paraphrase him. No matter where you go, you feel it, but you don't see it, but you still feel it. It's there, right? The system is fucking there. But I think the best thing you could do, have self-sustainability. Having that self-sustainable lifestyle where you're in a land which is fertile, you have a cabin, you don't need to get fancy. You could get fancy if you have the money, great. great. If you want to get fancy, that's up to you. But as long as you have land that is fertile, that's what matters. People became people become slaves to drugs, sin. That's true. That's true. That's the majority of our society right now. Is money something people become slaves to? Okay, okay, I'm gonna take it step by step with answering your guys' questions. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. Money is a form of energy. Money is what you perceive it to be. I want you to pay attention to what I said. Money is a form of energy. If you perceive money to be evil, you're just going to lack it. If you perceive money to be good, if you feel like you can help people out with money, you're just going to be like, okay, it's a form of energy, right? And you could become enslaved to money. Like, I mean, humbly speaking, the matrix, like this false fucking system, right? Like this whole fucking false system, it's meant to put you into a cubicle. It's meant to fucking block you. This is why, like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, people aren't learning the codes. The codes are numerology, learning numbers. What personal year are you in right now? What should you be doing in your personal year? A lot of people don't get it. A lot of people don't get it. Even the religious books, the religious text talks about numbers, but people are not paying attention to it. People become slaves to. Is money something good? People become okay. Semen retention is good for you. People can become slaves to money. Depends on how they use it. 100%. Did you actually do the hemisync stuff from the Monroe tapes? I did. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did. So I'm the type of guy that's very skeptical, and I honestly, I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. When I listen to like anything, I'm very skeptical. I'm like, like I am a skeptical dude, but at the same, it's because I'm an 11, but not just because I'm an 11. I know that a lot of the shit out there is bullshit. But when I listen to the Monroe tapes, when I actually listen to them, I kid you not, guys. Like the wildest synchronization started happening. The wildest synchronization started happening to me. And I'm just like, as soon as I listened to it, I think I went into the living room and I saw like 1010 or something. Or like that's like that, okay, that happens to me like probably that happens to me a lot, but just like the feeling that I was in, the state of consciousness I was in, I can't even explain it. Did you? Okay. They didn't say we couldn't, so why not? Yeah. Look at the stars and moon, makes people feel free. Oh my god, 100%. 100%. Like, honestly, why do you think I love doing, if you look at the background right there, look at the background. There's trees. I love to talk to you guys when I'm around nature. When I'm in a boxed place, when I'm at home, or when I'm grateful for my home, I'm grateful for where I live. I'm very grateful. I'm just saying, my real home is nature. My real home is nature. This is what I love. This is what I could be a fancy little dude. I could chill out. I could bling. I could do all that stuff. But in the end of the day, that's not what fulfills me. That's not really what fulfills me. And that's just me being honest. Looking mental. Okay. I started visiting nature every day instead of a few days a month. Life Path 11 and nature. I'm going to tell you guys something right now about Life Path 11s and nature. Let me tell you guys something right now. As an 11 life path, I'm telling you this because I've talked to too many 11s to not notice a pattern now, okay? A lot of 11s, and this is a secret I'm disclosing right now, so pay attention to what I'm about to say. A lot of 11s get injured. A lot. And I'm not joking. They get injured or something happens. Something, like, I swear, I didn't want to say this, but I'm going to say this now on this live. A lot of 11 life paths get injured, okay? What I've noticed is that the 11s that are close to nature the most almost never get injured. It's very hard for you to get injured when you're in nature because you're receiving codes, you're receiving downloads. When you're touching a tree, guess what's happening to you? The tree is giving you information. That's what's happening to you. Money is just paper, nothing special. System is a trap. Knowledge is power. Astrology is amazing. So is spirituality. 100%. Nothing special. Yep, money is just, the money in its today's form, it's different. I love being around nature too, especially trees. I'm assuming you're in 11 life path then. Oh, you are. Denise, I think you are an 11. What's good, bro? All facts, we do. I play ball and get ankle injuries all the time. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to be honest with you. And I think I've said this before, but I think it's so important for you guys to know this. The two biggest messages I got on psychedelics. Number one, they want to break the family unit. Number two, they want you to be away from nature. They want you to forget where you come from. This is why even if you read the Bible or the Quran, a lot of the Bible and the Quran, for people that take the whole Bible and the whole Quran as literal, they start to enslave their own selves. But for the people that read with the eye, when you start to read these texts with the eye, you start to learn that there are allegorical things being said. The staff of Moses, the 12 springs, the 12 cranial nerves in your brain. A lot of people don't know this knowledge. A lot of people don't know this. Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys right now. Remember who you are. Just remember who you are, where you come from, why you're here, what's your purpose. We all come with a specific purpose. All of us, all my 11s, all the numbers, we're all here for a specific purpose. And I'm going to be frankly honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I love life. There are certain aspects of life that I love, but I've seen the higher dimensions. I've seen home. I've felt home. I felt home. I felt where I come from. And I'm going to be honest with you. Once you've seen home, this place starts to feel actually very dense. It's nothing like when you go back to the heavens, when you see the heavens, when you see how beautiful the place is where you're from, this place starts to feel dense. So now there are some 11s are like, oh, I wouldn't mind coming back. Now that's up to you, and I respect that. If you want to come back, that's up to you. I might not want to because I'm going to be honest, home is beautiful. I love the teachings of Novell. Do you think imagination rules over numbers or numbers over imagination? Everything perpetuates in harmonious synchronization. Everything happens in harmonious synchronization. When you start to learn numbers, you'll know that numbers are in everything. They are in nature. They are in you. They are in your body. Everything, when you come to the 3D, everything gets enumerated in numbers. Why? Because when frequency starts to get into density, right? So when frequency and vibration starts to go into density, it starts to get into numbers, right? But your imagination, Albert Einstein said, okay, he's like, creativity is more important than intelligence. I want you to pay close attention to this. Creativity, if you are a creative being, the numbers will come themselves to you. If you are creative, like a lot of the artists from the past, they started to dissect their painting and they started seeing how the golden ratio was in their paintings. They had the golden ratio in their paintings just naturally. So No matter what you do, the numbers are coming. The more creative you become, as soon as you start using critical thinking, and I've noticed this with a lot of people, as soon as you start using critical thinking, you'll start seeing angel numbers. It starts happening. Awesome. We'll keep a track. I study astrology too. Mars is responsible for the injuries. I will see how it affects the fire energies being in nature. Nature is very spiritual. 100%. Thanks, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Human design, operating manual, numerology, the life theme, astrology. See, okay, the thing with human design is like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't got too deep into human design. I haven't. I'm going to be honest with you. What you focus on grows. I know that numerology and astrology, these two sciences are very, 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 like, they've been sciences that have proven themselves right over and over and over and over and over again, personally speaking, right? So for me, I have nothing against people that are doing human design. They're into it. That's something that they want to learn. But for me personally, I really, really want to nail down numerology, and that's what I've been doing. I study this for real. I give people readings for real. I talk to people for real, for real, for real, for real. That's what I do. Okay. Um, science for numbers are in a lot of things, bits of science and spirituality. 100%. You are so right. I knew I was a creative person at a very young age. I knew there was something to it. I was seeing 1111 at the early age of 11 or 12. That's very young. Now I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I'm going to tell you guys something. Okay, this story is going to mind 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. This story is going to blow you away right now, okay? My sister goes and hangs out with her friends, right? So my sister, she goes and she has their life path numbers and everything, okay? Now, this story's gonna blow you away. And when I tell you blow you away, it's gonna blow you away, okay? Now listen to what happens, okay? She's playing cards with everyone. So while she's playing cards over there, she gets their life path and everything, right? So one of her friends, she's joking with her. She's like, "Oh, you seriously, you believe in this stuff and everything?" Guess what happens? They're playing cards, okay? So when you play cards, like there's some game where each person has to show the card. They have to show the card, okay? They don't know what card is there. Like it's in a random, like it happens very randomly, okay? They shuffle, they get cards, and then they have to show the card, okay? So my sister shows a card. She's a life path 9. They see a 9. My sister starts tripping out. She's like 9. The other girl next to her, 9. She's a 9 life path, 9. She sees a 9. Okay? Now, the other girl is a 7 life path. She flips a card, 7. What does she see? She sees a 7. Okay? This is exactly what I mean. When you start, don't play with the numbers, because the numbers will end up showing themselves to you and you'll never be able to unsee them again. You are never going to be able to unsee the experience. This even when I tell you guys about the third eye, be careful before you open your third eye, because you can't unsee what you see. Now, let's get back to the story. Now there's a guy over there. He's playing too, right? Hold on. So the guy is a 3 life path. As soon as he flips a card, guess what he sees? 3. You think that's a coincidence? Do you think that's a coincidence? Let's be honest. What is your favorite animal? What's my favorite animal? I love cats. I think it's cats. And elephants. I love elephants. I don't know why. I really, really love elephants. I really love elephants. And I love cats. What's your guys' favorite animal? I would love to know what's your favorite animal for all you guys. Um, The foxes are friendly. Does anyone else love cats, or is it just me? Like, I love dogs too. I love dogs, okay? I do really love dogs, but there's something about cats. Something about cats. I feel like they're really looking at us like in a very they're very spiritual. I don't know if you guys heard about the Lyra constellation. I have been studying numerology in the last 10 years. I believe the power of numbers and how we can see them are protected. Jamie, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. This is, and if you're studying numerology, you probably know this already. The more you study the numbers, it doesn't only help you in your own life. You know what it does to you? It shows you all the relationships. It shows you the people around you. It shows you family patterns, believe it or not. If I told you in my own personal family the patterns that I see, a lot of people would trip out. A lot of people would trip out. They can run quite fast. Everyone has a life path number. Everyone was born with a pineal gland. They can run quite fast. Buffalo. 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 I would like to know why. I would like to know why buffaloes are. See, the thing is, like, okay, something about the cow, okay? Something, okay, I know the cow takes a lot of importance in Hinduism. There's so much important to the cow in Hinduism. I don't know why, okay? I don't know. I kind of get it. I kind of do get it. I kind of do get it though. Okay? Now, you know what's funny? This is why I talk about syncretism. I talk about how all religions are connected. Now, did you guys know in the Quran, the books that the Muslims follow, did you know the longest chapter, the name of the longest chapter is called the cow? Did you guys know? I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you all know that. The name of the longest chapter in the Quran is called Surah Al-Baqarah. It's called the cow. I see, the thing is, like, me, like I love dogs too. Okay? In Chinese zodiac, I'm a dog. Okay? I'm the 11th sign. The 11th sign's a dog. I'm a dog in the Chinese zodiac, okay? But for some reason, I'm going to be very honest with you, like, dogs are beautiful, but for some reason, like, I like to study things. I like to really study things. And when you study a cat, it's just different. Like, cats are going to give you something to really study. They really give you some stuff to study, and I just it's just a different level. Um I used to watch wildlife. It's entertaining. Yup, yup. Um I want to ask you guys a question. I want to ask you guys this question, okay? And I really want you guys to, like, let me know what you guys think about this, okay? So, getting I wanted to touch on the relationship topic too, right? With a lot of 11s, do you see yourself when you are in gratitude and when you actually respect the opposite gender, when you're actually looking at the opposite gender as a lot of love, with a lot of respect, right? With a lot of intelligence and just with a lot of empathy, you start to actually attract good people in your life. You start to actually attract a lot of good people in your life. But as soon as, like, I'm being honest, like, as soon as you start looking at people, um it's a law of assumption. It's really the law. I'm not even joking. When you assume, see, the thing is, and this works with everything. Like, this, like, works with everything, okay? If you assume that you've got it, if you, like, I'm being honest with y'all. If you assume that you're already wealthy, you're already rich, you start acting like it, you start moving like it, you start feeling like it, then you start to make the moves that wealthy people do. And you start to actually believe. And I believe that, honestly, I'm being honest with you, I believe that people should be delusional to a point. Um, Dragon year. Yeah, we're in the dragon year. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm a dog and we're in the dragon year. I know, I know, I know. You guys have no idea how many plans I have. Just like for now, I'm just kind of like, I'm very lucky. I have a very good amount of savings. So I'm just hanging out right now. I'm just chilling. I'm just kind of, I'm just kind of like, like just kind of like on the low. But yeah, I love all animals since I was a kid. I felt like I could hear them by their eyes. I personally have spiritual link with dogs, owls, and cats. I loved elephants. Story of a lot of 11 life paths. A lot of 11 life paths. The thing with a lot of 11s is that for a lot of us 11s, like, if I told you some of the stories of how spiritual 11s are, like, I know 11s that can, like, see, here's the thing with 11s. 11s are enigmatic. 11 life paths are very, like, when you speak to an 11 life path, just by looking at their eyes, a lot of 11s have a lot of mystery going on. There's a lot of enigma in 11s. And a lot of times they're not even trying to, like, I could be all out here on YouTube, but still a lot of people won't know what's really going on with me. I could be here, I could be talking to you guys, but, and this is with all 11s. Like 11s, like for some reason, like we just, like the way we connect with animals is different. Like it's really different. Like animals really show us love. Like animals really love us. Blessings. When you believe, you can manifest much faster. Man, I'm gonna tell you guys something very honestly right now. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So ever since I came on YouTube, right? I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube is the hardest platform to grow on. It's very hard. It's like, I'm being honest with you, like it's easier to grow on TikTok, but with TikTok, people don't get to know you on an intimate level. And with me, like I'm fine with TikTok and Instagram. I want to, like, it's a good place to catch attention. But I want people to, like, I want, like, the message that I have, I want people to really watch through and like really get to know me on a different level, right? And the way God has put everything to propagate for me. So I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube, for a lot of people, they can do it their whole life and it never grows. It really, but for me, like the way it's grown has been like, obviously I've put in some work, but like when you're in 11 life path, like the way you manifest is actually kind of different. It's kind of scary how you can manifest things. Now, a lot of 11s, here's the thing with a lot of 11s. Here's the thing. I think I got to put the window down. It's getting hot in here. A lot of 11s, here's the thing with a lot of 11s. A lot of 11s just don't, this is the thing. I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a good amount of 11s that have self-doubt in them. When you're moving, see, that's the thing. When you're moving with self-doubt, that's where you can start to mess yourself over. Anything that you want in your life, like me, like when I started YouTube, I'm like, it kind of just started. Like I just started, but I still remember. So I was on YouTube when I first started, I was talking about semen retention. I was talking about celibacy, right? Now, something was telling me, something is like, you got to start talking about the numbers. You got to talk about 11 life paths. Like, I don't know. When I found out I was an 11 life path, I'm like, something is so fucking interesting about this. Because, like, how is it that every person that I'm meeting, almost every person that I'm meeting, is acting like their number? Like, isn't that so interesting? Like, almost every person that you meet, they talk like their number, they talk like their traits, and I'm like, so I still remember I put out I was getting like normal views, not too much. I put on a 11 life path video. I think I got like 2,000 views or like 1.9 thousand views. I think that video is like right now 2,000. Then I put out a second or third video, and my video right now, I think it has 12 or 13,000 views on it. And there were so many people messaging me, and I'm like, what should I really be doing? Because I really want to teach people the power of Kundalini and celibacy, which I'm gonna like, which, you know, is happening right now. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, like all these people are reaching out to me. And I'm like, you literally just have to believe in yourself. Like even if you're an 11 and you have big dreams right now, you want to do social media, you want to do whatever you want with your life. Because here's one thing about 11s. Hold on, let me read the comments. I'm going to read the comments, and then God, when you believe, you can manifest much faster. Yes, God can give people ideas to create wealth, of course, is 100%. Hater video, I don't know what that means. 11 life paths, we're the mystics. We are very much. We're very psychic. We're very, very psychic. 11, if you're an 11 right now, you know you're psychic. You know you're you just know shit. You just know shit. You know things. And then people are like, how did you know? Are you saying we strange? Are you saying we strange? Strange is beautiful. Strange is beautiful. I don't think everyone even needs to know everything about us. The world is strange. We live in a strange world. Masters, what is the difference between an 11 life path and a 22? You really want to know this? Okay, I'll make it very brief because we're on a different topic, but here's what I'll tell you about the difference between 11 and 22. 22s are just like, they just build. They just, like, the way a 22 can build, 11s, it's different. 11s are not builders like 22s are. 22s are builders. 11s are psychic healers and influencers. An 11 will influence you so much. 11 will influence you. A 22 will build. A 22 will build. He's an architect. Okay, if you give an 11, a 22, a place to build, he'll build it like this. He'll build it like this. If you build them, if you tell them to build a home, they'll build it like this. Even 22s, when it comes down to building structure, building frame, building society, shaping society, they just know how to build. Okay, embrace your uniqueness. Speak on life path 9. Some people say it's not what it's been told it is. I'm going to be honest with you. With life path 9, see, a lot of people say that 9 is humanitarian, 9 is this, 9 is that. Look, let me tell you something right now. With 9, I'm going to tell you 9 is a giver. 9 people love to give. And let me tell you another thing about 9. 9 people get addicted very fast. 9 people. Look, if you watch me, you know I'm a blunt person. I can't always be stroking people's ego. That's not what I do. I'm being honest. Every time, even when I talk about numbers, I don't just give you the good. I'm not here to just give you all the good. I'm here to tell you some of the things that happens with 9. 9s get addicted a lot of 9s. Like, if you talk to a lot of 9s, you'll know that 9s get addicted to things very fast, okay? Healers. Yup. 11. See, the thing with 11s is, right? If you're an 11 life path, you know what I'm saying is true. People just want to be around you. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. I'm going to be honest with you. I know people that just hang around with, they just want to be around me. It's quiet, no talk, no conversation, nothing. 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 They're fine with me not talking. They're fine with me doing my own thing. But they just want to be in my presence. They just want to be around. They're like, Arsalan, I just like being in your presence. Why? Because you have an old soul. You're an old soul. You're ancient. You're ancient. This is why, like, I don't know if you've noticed, but most people make the same mistakes over and over again. I think Albert Einstein says that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is insanity. It's insanity, right? When you're doing the same shit over and over again, you're like, oh, like, I'm gonna eat a burger again and I expect to lose weight. You're doing the same thing, but you expect to lose weight. It's insanity. With the injuries, you're having a heck of a time with the injuries. I'm gonna be honest. Here's what happens to me when I get injuries. Okay, when if I ever get injured, okay, if I ever don't feel good, I'm gonna be honest. The best thing I love to do is go out in nature. That's the best thing I love to do. To just be out in nature and just to enjoy, like, enjoy the sun, enjoy the weather, you know. Um, you know what I mean? Like, that's the best thing to do. That's like the best remedy. Um, hold on. Souls, yes. Oh my god, it's so beautiful inside. Hang on, guys. I'm just. Woo! They don't follow the crowd. Nature heals. Sun gazing. Look at this. Look at the sun right now. I'm gonna be honest. So, this is a park where I come. Let me show you guys. This is all my 11s. This is exactly the park where I come to, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The amount of healing that it has happened to me in this park is fucking insane. Okay, it's look, just look at the beauty of nature. They don't follow the crowd. Natural healers, other people around 11s feed off their healing energy, especially those are. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. If you're an 11 life path, I only give my energy to people who I really mess with. If I really mess with you, I'll give you my energy. If I really like you, I'll give you my energy. But if I don't fuck with you, if I don't like you, if I don't... Bro, the amount of codes I'm getting right now is... It's crazy. If I don't mess with you, I'm not going to give you my energy. I'm not going to give you my energy if I don't mess with you. Tree of friends. I'm him, but did have to read the 3 Bibles. I choose nature. See, the thing with nature is like even like these trees are within you, right? All of the trees, like all nature is doing is it's mimicking your internal process. That's what it's doing, right? Like that's what it's doing. I've got to get a haircut or something. Check out this tree. Okay, let me tell you guys something right now about this tree. Let me tell you the story about this tree. Look at this tree, okay? Look at how beautiful this tree is, okay? Just look at it. Okay, look at how ancient, just look at how beautiful this tree is, okay? Look at it, okay? Now watch this. Let me tell you something. Now watch this. This is going to shock you guys. Look, read this, okay? Read this. In memory of Norman from, you know, and it says September, what does it say? 29. What does it say? It says September 29 right there. Do you see how numbers work? You can't, like the 29, the 11, nature right there. You see what I mean? This is why I'm telling you, look at the beauty of this tree. Just look at the trunk. Look at the trunk. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this tree is. Look. This is a very different tree. This tree is so different than any other tree here. Look at all these trees. Look at that tree. Look at that tree. Look at that tree. A lot of those trees look similar, but this one tree that is so different, it looks so different. And look at it. This is like the best metaphor of an 11 life path. September 29th, right there. And I think that's a 1 date. If you add up 1995, September 29th, I think it comes up to 1 actually. Should. 29, 29, 11. Yep, exactly, exactly. Hang on, guys, hang on. I'm gonna read your comments right now. I'm just in nature. I'm just hanging out. I love being here. Okay, let's get your messages. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna be reading your messages. Just give me a second. Just getting in. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel beautiful right now. Okay. Can we talk about how beautiful tree stumps are too? Nothing in nature is excluded from the divine's beauty. 100%. 100%. Every time I feel down, every time I feel low, every time I feel like I have like some sort of like problem in my life, I come into nature and all I do is like breathe in nature or just come here and like just kind of ground. Look at this garden. Look at how beautiful this garden is, okay? Right here, this garden. And you know what the funny part is? The funny part is that the vast majority of society now, if you go out in nature, you're not going to find a lot of people anymore. And I've said it, like, because we're being tested. We live in a times of like perpetual test. More and more people are going away from nature. And in this time, if you could be the person that's coming into nature, you will find answers that you can't even fathom. I'm telling you this right now. I got scammed by someone who used tree stumps as a slur for females. Okay. Breath of life, trees, inhale, exhale. 9 plus 1 plus 1, 11. Yes, sacred trees contain a lot of secret knowledge. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I've had a dream. I think it was a dream, or I think I was on psychedelic on a trip. I think it was more of a dream that I was living in a tree. That I was actually living in a tree. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, just trees, just like, there's something about nature, and this is what I mean. Like, this is exactly what I mean. When you're in nature, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but nature is giving you so many codes, and not a lot of people are paying attention. I started studying flying stars 30 years ago, but never know about this. YouTube for now. I started studying flying stars. How do you study flying stars? I'd like to know. Matrix even uses Matrix. 100%. Like, the news is Matrix. Television tell a lie to your vision, lying to you. Even, I'm gonna be honest with you, even like the weekdays or the weekends, even when you're like thinking about like the weekdays, like, oh, Monday, what do people do on Mondays? Mondays are like one of the most dreading days for the majority of humanity. Do you know that the most suicide that's ever been committed, it gets committed on Mondays? Because a lot of people hate their jobs, they hate working, they hate their life. So what are they doing? They're like, it's like this cycle, like this whole, there's a lot of these things are really programs to manipulate the minds of people. But honestly, when you're in nature, see, like, you just see the sky. And that too, like, you know, you're just getting a lot of ideas. You're getting a lot of ideas in nature. Spirituality has many secret codes. Happy belated. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you guys something honestly right now. For an 11 life path, if you're an 11, if you're a 22, if you're a 33 and you feel stuck in your life, and I keep telling this to people, I don't think a lot of people get it. I don't know why a lot of people, some people don't get it, and I've been explaining this to a lot of people. I'm like, you're an ancient soul, and you're not gonna find peace at a club, you're not gonna find peace at a bar, you're not gonna find peace like going out with people that are gonna drain your energy. If you are a master, especially if you're a master number, it is important. I'm being honest, and I'm not telling you do whatever you want in your life. You have a free choice. I can't tell you what to do. At least I can tell you what I do, right? What I do is that I come in nature. This is what I do. This is what I love doing. This is something that like really, it like raises my frequency to a whole other level, right? And another thing is I want to talk to you guys about, hold on, let me just get your questions. Happy, wow, thanks for sharing that Monday. I'm gonna talk about a very important point right now. A very important point. Has many codes, you are on point. Don't like being around negative, boring people. 100%. Let me get into a very important point right now with all you guys, okay? So the way you think, the way you act, and the way you feel start to dictate your life. This is what even like on my video, if you haven't watched the CIA secret, right? If you haven't watched it, the secret is your thought. The secret is your antenna. The thoughts that come around you, what you choose to entertain becomes your reality. And you know what happens with the vast majority of people? The vast majority of people are entertaining thoughts of other people. They don't even have their own thoughts. They don't even have their own thoughts. A lot of people are taking other people's thoughts, other people's insecurities, other people's constructs of life, other people's like depression, other people's anger, and they're absorbing it. So when you're around people, right? Let's say you're around people and someone decides to badmouth you. That doesn't mean that you are flawed. That doesn't mean that you are a bad person. That means something is going on with them. Now it's up to you if you want to choose to entertain that thought, to absorb that thought, or to just let it go. That's completely up to you. That's the thinking part. Now, how do you act? Do you act like it affected you? Do you act like it hurt? Do you act like do you give it importance? Do you give importance to that thought? Do you give importance? So if someone tells you that you can't skate, let's say you love skating. Let's say you're a skater, you love skating. Someone tells you you can't skate. Are you going to give importance to that thought? Well, if you start to give importance to that thought, then that's going to become your reality. That's going to become your truth. Okay, we're going to get into the last point after I read these. I totally agree with you. People drain my energy. I always get energy, recharge, and inspiration from nature. Yeah, as an 11, you better protect your energy, I'm telling you. I found you when I was weed sober. When I was weed sober. What? What does that mean? I have dreams about what kind of videos you're uploading. I'm just gonna odd. I'm gonna OD? You're gonna overdose? What? You have dreams about what videos I'm uploading? What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, hold on. It's hard to find a place where I feel at peace. I love to in my mom's salt water pool. Man, I gotta get into those. I have a few friends that I feel connected to. I don't like to be around negative or energy draining people. 100%. 100%. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I choose not to entertain negativity around me. And every time I do that, I start to see how, pardon my French, but how fucked I feel after that. Pardon my French, but I feel disgusting after that. I'm like, I could have avoided that. I could have really fucking avoided that. Hold on. I'm gonna take off my jacket now because it's kind of getting a little hot. Let me just take off my jacket right now. Reincarnation is a trap. What do you mean reincarnation is a trap? Please explain yourself. What do you mean when you say that? You spit out truth. You're on fire. Love it. You know what? I'm gonna be My friend was on psychedelics, and I was not in a good mood at that time. She was doing psychedelics, and she was with me. And she looked at me. She's like, "You're the absolute truth." She's like, "You're the absolute truth." And I'm like, well, that's what I like to embody, and I appreciate it. That I like to, what I like to do is like, I like to come from that stance. Like, I like to just speak, like, I like to speak the truth, and I 100% believe that when you speak the truth, good things happen to you. And no matter what happens to you in your life, even if it shakes you to the core, speak your truth. Speak what you believe in. Speak what you believe in. I'm going to tell you, did you guys know that the root cause of every disease, the root cause of every disease, okay, in the physical world, it's inflammation, but in the spiritual world, it's when you suppress your emotions. If you suppress your emotions, I'm going to tell you guys very honestly right now, if you suppress your emotions, you're going into a downward spiral in your life. That's what you're doing if you suppress your emotions. But if you're able to actually transmute your emotions, right? And this is why I talk about, like, even when you talk to a lot of people, if someone does you dirty, what a lot of people do is, here's what a lot of people do. If someone does you dirty, right? What do? You just ghost them. Now, that's fine if you don't know the person, but if you've built a tube with that person, if you've built a spiritual connection with that person, now, if you talk a lot to people, what ends up happening is you've built an actual tube. So on top of your crown right here, there's a tube. There's a tube. So when you built a tube with that person, what ends up happening is that you have a deep connection to that person now. So before you even ghost a person, before you start to leave a person, I don't believe in ghosting. You shouldn't ghost people. But what you should do is maybe, or here's what I do. I tell the people, I'm like, this is what kind of fucking hurt me about what you did. And I'm just being honest. And what could end up happening is that a lot of people get in their ego and they're like, oh, haha, he came back to tell me what hurt him. But like, in the end of the day, I truly don't give a, like, I don't really, like, it doesn't really matter in hindsight. But what that did was that it freed me. You see what I mean? It freed me. So the people that have higher awareness, like have a higher consciousness, they know what's happening. Whew. The salt water. I have a Bombay kitty. What's a Bombay? Okay, a Bombay kitty. It said you are judged on the way you treat animals. You know what? I could really believe that, to be honest. I could really believe that. I was sober on weed. You're sober on weed? Wait, what? Am I missing something? The salt water pool is really calming. Himalayan salt. Hi everyone. Hi. That makes no sense. Russia. Oh. Russia. Sorry, I meant taking a weed break? Okay, taking a weed break. I'm like, how could you be sober on weed? I don't know if that's really sober. Oh my God, guys, this is what I mean. Like, just the sunlight, just the codes. Like, I'm so grateful right now that I could just be in nature and I could enjoy talking to you guys. Like, this is so beautiful. Look, nature. Look, the sun. Look, I'm getting codes. Look, my pineal. My pineal is activating more and more and more and more and more. This is what I mean. Just like, holy. How are you guys feeling? Where are you guys? By the way, where are you guys tuning in from? What part of what part are all my 11s and all the other people? Where are you guys all? I would love to know, where are you guys all tuning in from? Beautiful day, be in nature. Okay, let's talk about the 11 group that I'm putting together. I'm gonna be very honest with you. So I decided, like, I'm gonna put a group together. I put the group together, and I've stopped putting people in that group right now, because it's starting to become like, it's starting to become more of like something that I have to, it's kind of starting to become like, I love the group, but I've stopped adding more people into it for now. And I've stopped adding more people for a month. A lot of people want to join that group right now, but I've stopped it for now. I don't have too much structure in that group. And I believe that because there's no structure in that group right now, the group, it's amazing, but there has to be some form of structure. There has to be. So I'm thinking that I'm going to put, when I do put up a group, I'm going to like put it up in a very professional way where we can all get on a call together. I want us all to get on a call together. And I'm going to have to find a way. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys would want to be on that call with other 11 life paths. So I want to do that. I want to structure it in some way. This group is on Discord, and Discord is just a very weird app. It's just a very strange app. I don't really like the app that much, so I'm looking into other platforms. Okay, let's see where you guys are tuning. Houston. Why? I was thinking about Houston just like, oh my God, I was thinking about that place just today or yesterday. South Africa. Oh my God, I love South Africa. I want to go to Texas, eh? Okay, Texas. Texas is, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, out of all places in North America right now, Florida and Texas might be the two places where I'd probably want to live. Those are probably gonna be the two places where I'd probably want to live, to be very honest with you guys. Arisha, you're from Toronto? Okay, Toronto. Okay, I'm from Toronto too. Nice to meet you. Isabel, Las Vegas. Las Vegas. How's Las Vegas? Las Vegas, I've heard so many things about Las Vegas. I've heard like, you know, it's where people go to party. It's where people go to do a lot of stuff. You know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's what I've heard about Vegas. Okay, Northwest Florida. Oh my God, do you like Florida? Do you like actually living in Florida? Like I would imagine. See, here's what I've noticed, right? A lot of people don't like the place where they live at, right? But I'm like, how could you not like living in Florida? Maybe unless like a crocodile attacked you. Then I'm like, okay, maybe a crocodile attacked you, so, you know. Oh my God, my battery is dying. I gotta figure a way out. Let me see if I have a charger in my car. Battery is dying. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna have to put my jacket on right now. Give my love to Texas. Texas is like, honestly, I don't know. If I lived in Texas, maybe not Houston, because like Houston's like a major city, so I probably wouldn't want to live in Houston. Okay, but if like the suburbs of Texas, or like the suburbs like of like, let's say like a place like Florida, right? That seems more doable to me, especially with all the tyranny that's happening. I love this tree too. This tree is just beautiful. All right, we're gonna say bye to you for now. We're gonna say bye to all those other trees. Take care, tree. Okay, Las Vegas. I swear to God, I don't know if you guys know the feeling, but once you get sunlight, it feels like you're in a movie. Like, it feels like you just got naturally high. Like, it feels like you're like naturally starting to get high. Okay. Ooh, Toronto. You guys are from Toronto? What? I know so many people, 11s, have reached out to me from the greater Toronto area, and some from Quebec and Ottawa too. Very cool. North Cali. Oh my God, I've heard a lot about California, and I have not heard the best things about California. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. California, I know. So California right now, okay, so California is a dog state, and we're in the year of the dragon. Okay. If you live in California, be careful. Okay, I know another YouTuber that's been talking about like some sort of flood. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I have. Okay, I do have the charger. Hang on. So I've heard about California. I think there's something that could happen in California right now, like any time now. Where's my car keys? Right here. On the charger. California, the thing with California is, I don't know if you guys know about the Grove. I don't know if you guys know about the rituals that happen in California, right? There's a lot of dark rituals that happen in California, okay? We've got Hollyweird in California. So like, personally, I don't really trust California. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really trust that place. Just like I don't trust Canada that much anymore. I'm in Canada. I live in Canada, okay? And the way our country is going right now, wait, is this gonna charge? Oh my God, I don't think it's charging. Hold on, let me see if it can charge. Okay, it's charging. It's charging, thank God, it's charging. Okay? Wait, Vegas is adventurous. Reincarnation trap equals human souls are time and time again wiped out of their memories and sent back to Earth to live more physical lives for reasons that they do not benefit us. Plenty of evidence. You've got to elaborate on that. I know, I do feel like, so look, reincarnation, if you say that it's a trap, in a way that you're saying that coming back here is a trap, yes, like this place is kind of a trap because it's not home. But until you do not ascend from the 7 heavens, which are your body points, which are the body points within your body, until you do not ascend, until you do not crucify like what's within you, like the desires that you have and all the ego, if you're not able to transmute those energies, you're probably coming back. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like, and if you're an 11, like you've done a lot of the work. Like you've done a lot of the work. Question: I'm an 11 birthday and 11 birth time. Would that make me a 22? No, that wouldn't make you 22. I'm building an all time. That wouldn't make you 22. Birth time is different. If you're born on the 11th and your birth time, let's say, like I was born around 11 a.m. But that doesn't make me a 22. No. Unless you could like rephrase that question somewhat, if you like, I don't know. How do you stop this endless cycle? Actors need their lighting. So that makes perfect sense. In sunlight, life is a movie. Algorithm targeting the right people. Hello. From Greece? Is that Greece? Is that the Greece flag? Okay. There's people from Greece in the whole on the live right now. Speak on it, brother. Speak on what? What do you want me to speak on? I've been waiting for the Cali talk. Bohemian. Oh yeah. There's a lot. See, the thing is, like, there's a lot of things that I can't talk about on live. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There's a lot of, even with numerology, even with numerology, I don't know if you guys know this, but like the deeper numerology content is not on YouTube. It's not on. They don't put it on YouTube. They don't even let it get on YouTube. I hope you guys know this, right? Like the stuff that really matters, they don't let that stuff on. This is a system. This is by design. They know that numbers are the code. They know this. See, they know all this stuff. This is why they don't want you to study this. Do you know what's funny? I come from a Muslim background, right? So coming from an Islamic background, you know what's funny? It says in the Quran, in the English translation of the Quran, it says that everything, I want you to pay attention. Woo! You don't have to be Muslim, but like think about how there's 2 billion people that are following the Quran, right? You don't have to be Muslim to like even like, but I just want you to think like there's 2 billion people that are following the Quran. But think about this. So like everything is enumerated in numbers. It says that in the Quran, in the English translation of the Quran. But when you talk to majority of people that are Muslim, right? Even the word Muslim just means you're a believer. It's not what most people think it is. It's not even what it just means you believe. You believe in a higher power. You know a higher power exists, okay? Now, when you ask most Muslims, like when I talk to most Muslims, right, I'm like, everything is enumerated in numbers. So I mean, your car, your address, your street, your name. No, brother, that's not what it's talking about, brother. That's not, you're taking it the wrong way, brother. That's not what the scholars interpreted it to be. That's not what the scholars are talking about, brother. You have to follow the scholars. And I'm assuming they do the same with the Bible, right? Like, it really comes down to how are you actually going to, you know, take the book? Like, what are you gonna take of it, right? California in the Collie era. Let's go. They charge for it, right? Hey, I was born around 11 a.m. too. I wonder if there is any correlation with that. For that, 100% there is. 100% there is. 100% there is. If you're born on the time you were born is very important. It's very important. Like, the time you were born and the day you were born dictates like your power days, your power times, your power, like what time. For some people, they're like, oh, I'm like an early bird. I love waking up early and I love getting thoughts. And for me, it's quite the opposite. I love the night. Like, I love the night. Like, I live for the night. I love the night. That's me. Like, my intuition is high during night. I love the moon. I love to sit under the moon. I love to write under the moon. I love to just sit at night and drink my coffee. And just like when most people are just sleeping, I love to be awake. And like, it's just like that silence. Like, I enjoy that silence. Like, it's so beautiful, right? And it all depends on what time you're born. And other things too. I'm not just gonna say your time, right? I was asking if you could speak on California and it being a dog year. Yeah. Well, I can make it very brief. What I'm saying is dog and dragon are enemy signs. They're enemy signs. So what I mean is when you have an enemy sign, you could even be like, talk to this person. You could be friendly with this person or the state or the country, but you don't want to maybe live in that place. If you're born year of the dog, California is good for you. But if you're born year of the dragon, California is probably not the best place for you. I know my friend, like a guy I know, he's a dragon, right? And he lives in California and his life is very, like, he doesn't like it there, to be honest with you. How we use the codes to live. I'm gonna be honest, Isabel, to be honest, I would love, like, I'm gonna tell you guys something. A lot of things I can't say on YouTube. This is why I know when the Quran and the Bible, when they came down, right? Here's what I think happened. I'm gonna be honest, here's what I think happened. I think there was a state of tyranny, injustice being perpetuated, and the people that had to put the Bible and the Quran together, right? They had to write it in such a way that the people that know how to decode it with their third eye, they're able to decode it. And for the people that became literalists, that's their life now. My name means love, everyone. I'm an 11 and born on the 2nd. Pretty intense. That is an intense energy. How can I find the deep knowledge about numerology? I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay? You know how there are some people, they're like, you don't see numbers in your dreams? I've seen number in my dreams. I see numbers in my dreams. I'll be honest with you. I can't, like, for me, the way I get messages is very, like, I study numbers. Like, don't get it twisted. I do study numbers, but for me, I've been like, I'm so into this. Like, I do everyone's number. Like, every time I meet when I meet most people, or like some people, let's say, I get their numbers, and I study it so much to the point where I can, like, I've seen patterns. But again, if I start telling people patterns on here, it's like, you know, I know what they want to do. I know what they're gonna do. I know, and I don't even want to entertain that, to be honest, for now. Darkness is the truth. Yup, darkness is the truth. Pay for it, probably. A lot of knowledge you can't even, I'm gonna be honest with you, you can pay for a lot of knowledge, but until your third eye is not open, until you're not open to the knowledge, you won't even know what it is. You won't even know what it is. You can pay for all the knowledge you want. I'm going to be honest. Pay for whatever you want, but until your third eye is not open, all the knowledge that you learn, it's just going to go past your head. It's just going to go past your head. My birthday is on the 11th, and I'm a life path 11. Just found out about life path numbers. Yup. My birthday is on the 11th day, and I'm alive at 11. Okay, so you're a double 11. That means you have a lot of 11 energy, and you've had a very, very hard life, like way harder than the average Joe Schmo. Way harder, way harder. I've noticed the people that are double 11. So the double 11s, I only know one double 11. I only know one, and I know many double 11s because I'm like, I do this, right? But I only know one double 11 that took the, that took the thing. I only know one double 11. I don't know two. Like, if you're a double 11, you probably didn't even take, are you a double 11? So let me ask you something. If you're a double 11, right? So you're born either on the 11th or the 29th, okay? And you're an 11 life path. Did you take the thing? No way. This is exactly what I mean. You see how she's a double, so she's a double 11, okay? Everyone in the chat, pay attention to what just happened. So Jamie's a double 11, right? What was I saying? That the vast majority of double 11s, I only know one double 11 that took the thing, okay? The double 11s, I know almost all of them didn't take the thing. Almost all of them didn't take the thing. That's no coincidence. But if you talk to a normal 11 now, like if you talk to just an 11 life path, and there's nothing normal about an 11, by the way. If you talk to an 11 life path, I would say around 50% took it. That live in North America. At least the ones that live in North America, around 50 to 55% of them, I think, took it. But if you talk to a double 11, 95% of them didn't take it. 95% of them didn't take it. This is exactly what I mean. Your numbers are affecting you. She just knew, like, me too, didn't take it. I didn't take it. So there's two. So Martin is a double 11 and Jamie's a double 11, right? They both didn't take it. This is exactly what I mean. You just know shit. When you talk to an 11 life path, 11s just know shit. Like, this is why I tell people, I'm like, don't try to fool an 11. 11s know. Oh boy, is it getting hot in here. So don't try to fool an 11. 11s just know shit, okay? But now, when you're talking to a double 11, like, you can't fool a double 11. You just can't. Arslan, how do you protect spirituality without money? Like, I don't want to take the job, but I need money, for example. Provide impact. Provide value to the world. If you're an 11 life path, you're here to provide value. The more impact you have, right? So when it comes down to money, right? We live in a day and time of social media right now. right? Everything, like, I don't know if people understand this or not, but social media is like when you have social media, like you have the best marketing tool on earth, social media, right? You can make an abundance of money. And when it comes to money, money is more about a mindset. It's like, when it comes to money has less to do with I'm gonna be honest with you here. It has something to do with your life path, obviously, because there's connections, but it has more to do with your mindset. It has more to do. So if you can impact people, if you can provide value to people, you're gonna make money. You're gonna make money. But I'm gonna be honest with you. For 99% of people, the education system's gonna fail you. It's gonna fail you. If you're gonna go into the education system, you're gonna come out and you're gonna expect a good job. I'm gonna tell you honestly right now, the job market looks like trash. People are waking up. People are learning more stuff online than they are in universities right now. If you want to be a programmer, you can learn the best programs online, take courses online, take programs online, learn coding, and you can get a job easily by building a portfolio. Easily. You learn coding online. You know what you do? You go to 3-4 local businesses. You tell them, I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. Do it for free. You know, do it for 2-3 months, 6 months. What you do is you build a portfolio. As soon as you build a portfolio, you go out and you just get, you start your own company. You start your own, especially if you're in an 11 life path. I want you guys to understand, as an 11 life path, right? It's very hard to work for people. There's something just about a sovereign thing about us 11. Like, there's something about just us wanting sovereignty so bad. There's just something about it so bad that we do not like working for people. Like, it's very hard for us to work for people. It gets draining. And I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Like, I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't want to sit here and tell you guys, yo, it's okay. Like, you know, like, if you want money again, and it's about like, me personally, I think money is amazing. Money is beautiful. Money is energy. Money is a form of energy. If you have any subconscious programming about money being bad, guess what? Just like men and just like women, just like attracting a man, just like attracting a woman, just like what I said earlier on, if you're a man and you think femininity is bad, well, guess what? You're not going to attract a healed woman. You're not going to attract a queen. You're not going to attract a princess. You're going to attract a woman that has problems just like you. Same with money. Same with money. If you think money is not good, this is me generally speaking. This is like me. I'm not like, I don't even, this is me like speaking the general facts. Like, if you think that, oh, money, some people assume that, oh, money is like, oh, when you get money, you just like, oh, money, like, oh, like this. No, it's a form of energy exchange. It's a form of energy exchange. That's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna read your guys' stuff. I'm 11, life path, born 1. Yep, even if you're an 11 born first, you have a lot of like that. You have like that triple type of energy. You have that triple type of energy. I always hated school, but I love learning. See, the thing is, like, even when you're learning, right? Like, that's a whole different topic. Absolutely, it's hard for me to work for someone else. It is. It really is. Like, it really is. It's disgusting to work for others. Oh my God, girl! I honestly, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, girl. Like, the thing is, like, personally, I wouldn't say that. And the reason why I personally wouldn't say that is because we don't know we don't know people's situation right now. I think, I'm going to be honest, I think it's okay if you're working a job. I used to work jobs. I used to work a lot of jobs. I think it's okay to work a job as long as you have a goal to become sovereign. See, there are people that have to feed their families. There's people that are stuck in different situations. So like, I respect all the people that are hustling and grinding. But at the same time, you've got to have some sort of ambition to start something of your own. If you have that ambition, then I'm with you. That's what the main thing is. You could be sitting on a bus. You could be sitting on a bus with 10 cents. But if you have a boss mindset, if you have a mindset that you're going to get it, you'll get it. You'll get it. It's the mindset. Always remember, it's a mindset. True facts. It hurts to work under a boss. See, the thing is, even when I talk, even when I used to work for other people, I never call them a boss. I mean, that's just... I just wouldn't even call them a boss, to be honest. I wouldn't, like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I remember, like, the people that I used to work with, they're like, oh, you're this. He's like, I'm like, don't ever fucking say that again. And like, I'm just like, I'm a very good person. I'm like a good, I'm a kind-hearted person. But no, not that. Like, I have love for people, but not that, because like, it's a cast of the spell, right? It's like what we're like, the things that we're saying. You are your boss. You are your boss. Remember that. You are your boss. No one is your boss. You are your boss. And I don't mean to like, you know, say this in a weird way or whatever, but honestly, this is how you, like, even when you say things or casting spells when you're speaking. True fact, it hurts to work under a person in this trade. I'm an interior designer and I have my own company. As an 11 life path, you will find the being creative and providing a service is fulfilling. Don't be afraid to do a service that helps. Exactly. If you have a service that's helping other people, charge up your rate. Run up your rate, man. Like, I'm being honest. Like, if you have a service, see, here's how I think about it, like this. Every time someone pays for something, they just pay a lot more attention. I've noticed this. Why don't we call college and university scam in our society? Why don't we call them a scam? Bro, they're charging you they charge you a rate where you're shackled to their system for your whole life. Do you see what I mean over here? So if you're providing a service or any sort of value, that's up to, like, good for you. You do that. Please save this live. I'll see how it goes up, to be honest. Sometimes it acts weird. I'm a graphic designer and I illustrate. It's impossible to work for other people. This is exactly what I mean. Look at all my 11s getting together and just confirming everything I'm saying. This is what this is exactly what I mean. Now I want you guys to do experiment. I want you guys to go out, talk to the normal person that's working a job, or just a normal person on the street, and be like, do you get drained working a job? Or like, just talk to them, and a lot of them are like, oh no, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm living my life. Like, a lot of people are this is what I mean. I'm a graphic designer. Although I did it, I will be my own boss. I will set up my online business website and I will be my own boss. Exactly. Set up your own business. Set up your own channel. Set up your own Instagram. Set up whatever you've got to do. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you've got to do. Like, sometimes you just gotta hustle it out. You just gotta hustle it out. It's like being a master in a slave relationship when it comes to business. Or a group. Yeah, like, it's a little weird, honestly. Like I'm the type of guy, like even when I used to work jobs, like, I would be like, the way I would talk to a lot of these folks, I would just be very straight up. And if you hear me use the word like too much, us in Canada, we use the word like a lot for some reason. I remember when I was like in middle school, I remember my mom sending me to a different country. And when I came back from that country, I came back to Canada. And when I came back to Canada, I noticed that a lot of people in that country weren't using like the type of words that we use in Canada. And in Canada, we just use a lot of, like, when we're talking, we use the word like a lot. A lot. I don't know if you guys do the same thing in the USA. Maybe you guys do. Maybe. Some people find happiness in slavery. Not me. Not. That's so true. See, the thing is, I'm gonna tell you what. Even though they don't want to be there, but something about them, like some sort of programming that they did to themselves, they just became so obsessed with serving other people. I want you guys to know that who you are is the sum of the 5 people that you hang around with, and who you are is your family in most cases. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of people, when you talk to them, they're like, my grandfather did this, my dad did this, so I'm gonna do this too. Really? What the fuck? What the fuck? So you're not gonna think? So you're not gonna think? Like, what? Florida is great, but all the bugs bit. Yeah. See, the thing I love about Canada is that we don't have that many bugs that bite you. Unless it's like July or like June. And like, even then, if you're covered very well, like if you're not like, you know, if you're not just like naked walking around and you have like some sort of like thin clothing, like you're fine. You're fine. Like Canada, I love Canada. Haha, very true. Sounds stupid. People should have their own mind. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people don't have anymore. It's like having their own like sense of thinking and sense of perspective. This is what like the CIA documents we're talking about. Is like people come from perception. People come from perception. So people are like, oh, I come from this caste. This is my skin color. This is the people that I belong to. This is the country that I serve. This is the country that my grandmother served, that my grandfather served. This is what I represent. This is who I am. And it's like, how about gaining some perspective? How about getting to know what the other people... I've always thought like this. I'm going to be very honest. I've always thought like this. Like, even me, like, you know, I've always been the type of person, I'm like, why do people support or do the certain things that they do? Why? Like this person with the flag, this person that has a flag on, like, and I have nothing against you personally at all. Like, I have nothing against you personally, but what are you supporting? Like, what are you supporting? Even like the other flag, even the other flags, like, what are you supporting? I support human life, dignity, consciousness, awareness, right? Regardless of your race, gender, religion, whatever you are, I support. Unless you're doing very tyrannical acts, then yeah, I'm obviously gonna stand up against that shit. Like, no, some people, no. If there's tyranny that's happening, I'm gonna stand up against that tyranny. But if someone's just living their life, you should be proud of who you are. Canada is beautiful. Some people believe everything they see on TV, but if you're in a rat race, you should be proud of who you are. Okay, so like, honestly, I don't know how to address what you just said right now, because if someone is in a, let's say, rat race, but you look at it as a rat race, but in their perspective, they look at it as just like a normal thing, then all power to them. I support truth. I support rights. Woo. Was hit by a car trying to walk into a store and had memory loss. I'm relearning how to spell. Sorry for the misspelling. Interesting. Have you had a near-death experience? Have you guys ever experienced a near-death experience? That's a very insane. Like, it's very, like, if you look at a lot of the people that have had NDEs, something happens to the people with NDEs. NDEs are very, very interesting. People that have near-death experiences, like, you guys, like, a lot of you guys very much fascinate me a lot. Like, a lot. I get rolling from here. I don't support ungodly things. A lot of people are jealous what Africans have built. Did I tell you that in one of my lives, in a couple of my lives, I was a black man? I was and actually one of my lives, I was a slave. It's funny. It's so funny. And I totally agree with, I mean, I agree with you, but don't you think that's with every race? Like, there's people that are jealous in, like, every race of different races. Like I find that, like, okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you. Here's how I feel about even, like, race. I feel like a lot of the times we just, like, you're a multi-dimensional being. Because, like, a lot of people talk about stuff, they don't know that you're multi-dimensional. You're not even like me. When you look at me, you're like, oh, Arab / brown guy from somewhere, you know. But I'm not a dimensional person who's not going to understand what I'm saying. They'll be like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? What I mean is that you are living in a multi-dimensional universe. I hope you know that. I hope you guys all understand that you're not just one race. You're not just one, like, you're not just one being, like, you're living in a third dimensional reality. No. These are the things, this is what they, like, talk to you about in Spider-Man with the multi-dimensional stuff, right? With the string theory, they call it. They call it a theory. That's what they call it, right? Please share. Africa's the richest nation. Africa is very rich. Yeah, 100%. Africa is very rich. Do you remember your past lives? Some of them, yeah. Like, actually, okay, I want you guys to know. So, your past lives, your present life, and your future lives are all happening simultaneously. All of your lives that are happening, they're all happening simultaneously. I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm saying. You don't just exist in the third dimensional, in the fourth dimension. You don't just exist right now in the world on Earth. You don't just exist in other worlds. You exist in different dimensions that the majority of people cannot perceive with their senses. You cannot perceive these dimensions with your 5 senses. You cannot perceive these dimensions with attachments. If you have attachments, if you are attached to food, to people, to sex, to drugs, it's going to be very hard for you. It's going to be very hard for you to switch dimensions or to know the other things that are happening. The best way, and I'm being very honest with y'all, I'm being very honest with you guys. If you guys really, really want to study these things in a deeper sense, in a deeper level, understand that what you are looking for already exists within you. It all exists within you. See, this is exactly what I mean. Now, Denise just said I had a near-death experience. We have another girl in this live. She said she's had a near-death experience. I know other 11s that have had near-death experiences. This is the pattern that most people don't pay attention to. This is exactly what I mean. How do you remember your past lives? How do you remember your past lives? Okay. Everything that I'm going to tell you, take it with a grain of salt. And I'm going to warn you. I'm warning you. Be careful before you do this. You remember your past lives? Okay, I can't tell you. I just looked at the numbers and I can't. Maybe not right now. Maybe not right now. The numbers just confirm with me to not tell anyone right now. I don't think a lot of people are ready. I don't want to take the responsibility of other people remembering other things and then they're like coming to like, no, I don't want to take that karma. I don't want that karma right now. I'm just being honest. I had a near-death experience, near drowning at sea. I will write a book about my experience one day. People always find these things fascinating. You know what? Go for it. I'd probably to get that book off you. I would love to read about your NDE. I would love to know about your NDE. I know people that have had near-death experiences and their whole entire life has changed. Like they've seen the real world. Like this world that you live in is it's a mere delusion. Like it's Maya, like what they called it. It's a delusion, right? But when you have an actual NDE, you'll know that something is really going on. I think every race has their own spirituality practices. Everyone has their own way. The thing is that every race, every religion, everyone has their own way, but it's all taking you to the same truth. That's what a lot of people don't. This is why when a lot of religious people fight, I can't stand it. Like a lot of people are like, oh, my religion. It's like, I hope you guys know, if you are not a literalist and if you understand the allegorical meaning the symbolical meaning of your religion, it's all taking you to the same place. Do dimensions interfere with one another? Yeah, they could. Okay. So there are parallel universes, okay? This is how it is. There's parallel universes. Like they're all going like this, okay? So the way that they could interfere with one another is you raising your consciousness. That's the actual way you can go right in and out. If you learn how to raise your consciousness, that could happen. Going to try to read coding. You totally woke me up. Go dimension difference. Going to try to read coding. Oh, I'm telling you, if you start to learn the sciences, if you start to ooh. Now I'm thinking what am I gonna name this live right now, to be very honest, because I'm probably gonna put this I already know the plants have energy. Oh yeah, 100%. I think every race has a sometimes I'm just gonna be honest with you guys right now. Sometimes just to observe, just to be in observance, just to be in pure observance and being aware of your thought processes and be observant of nature and observant of how the cosmos works, and just not even judging the thought. When you start to judge people, thoughts, situations, you start to limit your perspective, and you then end up coming from perception, deception. Both words go together, okay? But if you can come from perspective, you will see how beautiful the universe is. You will see. Okay, all that being said, all my love and life paths, I'm in the parking lot now. I'm probably gonna go up, grab my coffee. The last time I had coffee was about probably an hour or two ago. I want to continue sipping on my coffee and I want to continue my day. I hope you guys have yourself a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. 11 life paths. Have a good one.